that's the wreck, my boy.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel. He rises when it matters most as he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Cowboys and the Saints on Thursday night.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Saints in this matchup. This year they've really struggled to run the football. You and I have talked about that a lot. And in this one, running the football could be extra tough because they're going against one of the best run defenses in the National Football League.
Yeah, it's a bit like trying to run through the proverbial brick wall, isn't it, partner? And I think that what we learned from them this week is that they've gone back and reviewed all the best runs they've had this year. What's made them so, and tried to package that one for this game in order to give their passer time to throw it when they do want to fling it downfield.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about it is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. This defense for the Saints, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. The Cowboys at 13-2 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Oh, it's no good. Marr pushed it right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And this is picked up by the Saints. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Second and 15. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well,
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 2nd and short now following the fumble. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Joe.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown!
Jalen Tolbert,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level.
His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll take to a self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jabril Cox
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Now Patterson to start the drive.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Second and 9 now. And this one complete. It's Fehoko.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll drop to throw. And he fired. Incomplete. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. Now that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete here.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play cover?
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Micah Parsons.
What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he did it in a big way.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a first and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing...
He rifles one that's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here.
He's got it complete to Tolbert.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The pass caught by Olave, and it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. He'll look to throw.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down.
Second and 2.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw again. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Ready?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here is complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
Jimmy Fehoko. As the first half is winding down, and the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Boy, Charles, his offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big scope like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being in Philadelphia, where we find the Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. And lastly, on Sunday Night Football, this will be the one to tune in for. They've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cleveland Browns. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
Second half will start with a run by Patterson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw here, Dalton. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. This a 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Marr is good. And with it, they have taken the lead.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. He completes it to Tate. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. They'll roll him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Andrew Booth getting sent in on the corner blitz and getting home. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Barkley. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Dalton off play action.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, That'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Pushes him up. Touchdown, Cowboys. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point by Mara, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing, Dalton. Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Taken from just outside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Taking it about this. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Passing, it's Dalton.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So a big one coming now for Brett Maher from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Maher able to pick this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Up the middle with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Here's Dalton. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
A handoff to Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Barkley will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Andrew Booth puts it off, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's a give to Barkley.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 96 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team. Fumble recovered, they still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Dalton sets up play action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now Saquon Barkley. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Heads up.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
There you go. 368. It's hot.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Cowboys,
they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year.
and they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints,
their slim playoff hopes now about dead as they fall to 7-9 on the year.
and they will look to turn it around next time out.